Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me. Testing this one. I hope you guys can hear me on this. I think I have solved the issue here. Excellent. Excellent. I don't know what was going on. So apparently it took my headset and then plugging it and unplugging it, and this whole thing with voice meter. I was having a problem with voice meter too for some strange, I don't know, some strange thing going on. Never mind my hair, it's whack, I know. But here we are again. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I probably should fix my camera because it looks kind of weird. Actually, it looks fine. Anyway, greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to another installment of An Old Testament Academic Reacts. And this is another live stream. Tonight's episode is entitled Foremost Among Westerners, which is a reference to the god Osiris, who is the god of the underworld. And since I think last week we chose to play Abydos, it's fitting because that's where his origination was. That's where Osiris originated from, was Abydos. So I thought it would only be right to include Osiris and his epithet in this episode. So let's go ahead and get into it. I think we can go ahead and just hit continue. And it should just bring us to Abydos. Hopefully it doesn't bring us to my private Let's Play. Shh. Not allowed to see that one. You're not allowed to see that one. So it takes a minute to warm up for some strange reason. But I assure you, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. So, excellent, Froxus. I hope that's how you pronounce your name, Froxus Bant. That's good because it's gonna be embarrassing. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, okay. We're gonna accept. Yes, yes. 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 That should have been it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I even saved it. Even saved it. Saved it. Okay. Well, since we're here, and I've got stuff prepared for Abydos, I think we're going to choose Abjadu. I think I left it up to you guys for last week. I wasn't sure. You getting an echo? Okay. Excellent. I want to put the headphones on, I guess. And we'll see where that goes. So, one moment here. Okay, I don't know if that helps in the slightest. I don't have audio now. That's odd. There we go. We good? Yay, nay. I hope that works. Oh, okay. But the headphones solved it, I suppose. Hopefully the headphones solved it. Yeah, I had that problem when I was doing reaction videos too, the echo, and I couldn't like solve the issue when I was doing the reaction videos. So I had to apologize before for the echo, and of course, you know, that turns everyone off to the video. So, but anyway. As long as the music's coming in now, which I'm going to have to rectify so I don't get sued for the music part. But hopefully you guys can hear me well and there's no echo anymore. So we're going to choose Abjadu, which is the challenge of the sea here. And we'll go ahead and get into it. So yeah, we need a population of 2,500. We got to have a culture rating of 25. Monument rating is 17. Prosperity rating of 25. And a kingdom rating of 60. And we got to make 3 mastabas, 1 medium and 2 small. So we'll go ahead and get into this. Yeah. So Osiris is the name we all know. Oh, let me hit play. We'll let him speak here and I'll get into it.
Abjadu, the burial place of our forefathers, has grown over the years into a sprawling necropolis of sacred tombs. Now, most noble men and women wish to make this their eternal resting place. To honor them, the new pharaoh Kazakimwe of the Second Dynasty has ordered the construction of 3 sacred mastaba tombs, one of greater size than the other 2, for the local nobility. Pharaoh has also ordered the creation of a powerful navy based at Bedet. Abjadu, too, must support a modest fleet of combat ships if our shores are to remain totally secure. This will not be easy, as timber is scarce and our climate supports only a few sparse areas of forest. Cedar may be imported at great cost from Byblos in the land of Lebanon to the northeast. Fortunately, exports of our native papyrus will provide a means of offsetting this expense.
Alright. So, it goes through this intro here. So, shipwright builds warships and fishing boats, and each boat must be supported by its own wharf. Whenever there is a wharf in need of a vessel, the shipwright will begin constructing one for it. Without a waiting wharf, the shipwright will not build any ships. Common sense. Although a single shipwright can supply all the vessels your city needs, multiple shipwrights will allow you to progress much more quickly. The shipwright doesn't need any materials to create fishing boats, but he will need a supply of wood and even weapons to construct military vessels, such as warships and transport ships. Docks will not require any ships, and every maritime route you open with the city will allow the safe passage of their own merchant ships. Make sure you have storage yards to close your docks to allow trade to proceed as smoothly as possible. So, I'm going to pause the game here. Let's zoom out. I absolutely love that feature in this game. We didn't have that in the original game. I have to keep saying that because that's just such a huge improvement. And the mini-map here. So, first off, let's see here what we've got to do here first before I delve into the history of Egypt. See what we can do. Food and farming, blah, blah, blah. Seems good. We got some floodplains. We got flax farms and barley so we can produce our own beer. Always a good sign. And flax. So, I bet. Did you spend all week on that game? Now, my wife finally got to start it. I actually had to ask her after work because I had to do, to prep for my videos and stuff on Sodom and Gomorrah. And I asked her, do you want the computer tonight? And she goes, yeah, kind of. I want to play Starfield. As if, like, duh. Were you born yesterday? So. Oh, yeah, well, then it fits. If you're sick and stuff, yeah, that's the best way to go. You guys just got to play video games. We don't have Bob Barker anymore, so the next best thing to do is to play video games. So, I think what I'm going to do here is... I keep thinking this is another map, that's why I keep going down. So, usually, traditionally, and historically in the game, I usually try and build my 17x6 housing neighborhood right here. And I'll go ahead and get this set up. So, we got... Come on, 8. And then we go down to 17. Over. Like that. And then we'll do it there to set up the, excellent. 1, 2. So what I'm doing here is, setting up my, if you guys don't know, I'm setting this up. I'm setting up for my pavilions here, which should be able to work now. There we go, like that, and then extend the road down here, over. I may not be able to fit that in, but that's fine. That is perfectly fine. That's not a problem. So that'll work. And then we'll set up some housing on the outside. Right there is good. And we'll go across and boom, there we go. We'll set up a well or water supply there. And you want to set up 2 bazaars. Again, with this layout, you want to set up 2 bazaars, one at the end of each other. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm in the wrong. No, I'm in the right. Should be. No, it's under production. That's right. There it is. And we want to set up religion, of course. And I think the... Yeah, Osiris. Again, how fitting, right? Osiris is the patron deity here. We'll even set up a shrine. A couple of shrines. We'll do a couple of them like that. And next, we want to set up some food. So the mission wants you to set up some fishing wharfs first. So we're going to set up that. Set up a road here, I guess. I want to save some space for the warships that we're going to need. There is some battle. There is some military stuff you have to do here in this one. But for the most part, it's just building your monuments, which take forever. A godly amount of time. There they are. Whoops, thought I clicked it. So, there we go. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll just extend the road down. Down. There we go. And we will extend the road here. I'll get rid of that excess road that's nasty. And, oh yeah, I forgot. We gotta set up architect's posts, of course. Fire post. And police. Didn't mean to do that. I hate that. I'm all about aesthetics if you watched my clip on certain gamers. It does take a monumental amount of time. I like the dad joke there. Love it. It does. It takes forever. They used to have that pyramid speed up option in the original game, and they don't include that now. And I wish they did. That's one of the things, like one of my only complaints about the game. We'll set up a palace there so we can get our taxes. There we go. And set up a juggler school. Yeah. It was something like that. I forget what it was. And yeah, we'll go ahead and set a bandstand up. And we'll go ahead and set... I'll have to worry about desirability later, but that's fine for now. I'll set this up, I guess, right there. And we got to set up a granary. Will that fit? No, we're going to do it right there. Wait a minute, I messed up. I can't do the road thing, apparently. Gotta learn to do that. And we'll extend a road there. And we'll go ahead and let the people come in now. Once I set this up, we'll get into it, though, because I have a lot of stuff written. I prepared for this. Anyway, on Egypt. There we go. Oh, if you see here. Oh, the alligator, the crocodile got him. I don't know if you guys saw that. The crocodile got him. So happy they kept that. So the crocodiles will actually kill some of your citizens if That's great, Jack. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Love it. Absolutely love that. Oh yeah, I need a festival square. Speaking of crystals, we gotta celebrate. I don't know what that means, but we gotta celebrate here. See if that does it. That should... Yes. So we'll go ahead and give Osiris here a festival. We'll do a common one at first. We'll let the people come in, get some food going. But, so, yeah. I thought it was right to include Osiris on this, as far as the title of the streaming tonight for Foremost Among Westerners, since that is one of his epithets. And since we're in Abjadu, which is the Egyptian pronunciation, we call it Abydos in English, of course. So does every other language. The Egyptian name for Osiris, is Osir, spelled W-S-I-R. And he was an agricultural god in origin. So he was a divinity of fertility and plant growth as well. Which is part of the reason, not the whole reason, why he was always painted in green. That aspect has to do with the underworld, but he was definitely always painted green. He was the god of fertility, plant growth, in the underworld. So, in cities like Bucyrus in Lower Egypt, which, if you get your map right, Lower Egypt was in the north and Upper Egypt in the south, he was the patron or patron deity of Bucyrus and Abydos. And as we've discussed before, Osiris was the guy who was married to Isis, his sister, and he was also murdered by his brother Seth, whom Horus, later avenged. Yeah, that's exactly it, Jack. It's the whole thing about growing crops and death. Yeah, absolutely. So, and there is a myth attached. There's another... No, there isn't. I'm gonna actually delve into the myth that that we know, that I've kind of hinted at before. Me too. Me too. I'd rather be a fisherman. Absolutely. There is a myth attached to it that we've kind of hinted at before in previous streams, which is the contendings of Horus and Seth, where the son of Osiris, or at least Osiris, was murdered. So I'm going to get most of the information I got from this that I'm going to relay to you guys is we getting the fish in or no? Is there no one here? There's no one there. Are the people too far away? They must be. Okay. We'll do that and we'll put a well there. Oh yeah, I forgot physician. Holy smokes, man. I'm lacking in this department. Not very good. And we'll put a dentist in. So most of my stuff comes from the from Osiris.net, which is where some of most of the information, if not all, from the contendings of Seth and Horus come from. And what we know about this myth comes from something called the Shabaka Stone, which Egyptologists actually discovered, and the Shabaka Stone dates to the 8th century BCE. Yeah, we got unemployment now because just people are moving in, just haven't got everything ready. I just want to make sure we get some fish coming in here. I should probably create a new festival to keep them happy. So, but the contendings of Horus and Seth are laid out to the Shabaka Stone, which dates to the 25th dynasty, which is the 8th century BCE. And Osiris is normally portrayed as a good and non-violent god who brought civilization to Egypt, but more particularly the method of cultivation and the arts, and finally moral principles. So, and according to the myth, the god Seth, which is the god of the desert and the storm god, it's their storm god, he was jealous of his brother Osiris, and he attacks him physically and kills him. There are some variations of the myth here, and having obtained his brother's measurements, and according to legend, he was supposed to be a giant, so he gets his measurements. Seth had this like magnificent case manufactured, which he promised to offer at the time of a banquet to whom he would offer who could best fit it. So whoever could fit in the coffin, or I'm giving that part of the story or myth away, whoever would fit into that coffin or case would be gifted it. But only known to him and his accomplices was the exact measurements only for Osiris. So when Osiris laid down in the case, the 72 accomplices nailed its lid and threw it into the Nile, and this becomes the first sarcophagus. And Osiris, of course, drowns in the Nile. And it is for this reason that the drowned have always been considered to reaching the kingdom of Osiris directly. It's like a direct pass. If you drown in the Nile, it's a direct pass into the afterlife. So the reign of Osiris has lasted 28 years, which, of course, if you guys know the moon or lunar cycle, you know that a moon or lunar cycle is literally 24 or 28 days. So there's some symbolism there. Hey, Cooley, what's going on? So we have some fish here. We do not. We don't have the water guy going around yet. Sobek is currently giving us some problems here. Good inundation. Excellent. We'll go ahead and throw in another festival for him. Excellent. So, the case, though, containing the cadaver, like the body of Osiris, drifted until it reached Byblos, up in Lebanon. You watching Bama in Texas? You gotta keep me updated, because I want Texas to win that game, by the way. I'm not a huge fan of Alabama. I hope you, if you are, my apologies. But I really want Texas earlier. Did the Notre Dame game get rained out? Texas are up 13-3? Or oh, you said it sounds like Alabama's up 13-3. No idea. It's a cool, Jack. Don't worry. Notre Dame actually won. They actually finished that game. Okay. But, so the case containing, the coffin containing Osiris drifted until it reached Byblos, which is up in Lebanon. And that's where it was, the website says imprisoned, which is a really weird term, but that's where the coffin rested. It rests at a royal palace in Byblos, which explains the close ties between the Osirises and the trees, which would always be decorated on the coffins, or cenotaphs in Abydos. Not coffins, but cenotaphs in Abydos. They would always decorate their cenotaphs in Abydos with trees, which was the connection between... Oh, really? I'm happy about that. I'm not even a Texas fan, and I like that. But with the cenotaphs, they would decorate their cenotaphs with trees, the nobility would, which is where that stems from. So after multiple adventures, Isis, remember his wife, the archetype and the exemplary Egyptian wife, succeeds in recovering the cadaver of her brother and husband, and she brings it back to Egypt, and into the swamps of the Delta, where she thinks it's safe from the malevolence or the harm of Seth. But, in spite of all her precautions, Seth recovers the cadaver by way of luck. We are not getting any fish. This is not good. Not good. I think I need to include some more. We'll do this and go down and then over. There we go. We're not getting the fish I need. Maybe this will work. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of unhappy with how much food we're getting, or little food. Even at water. Really? We're having water problems? We shouldn't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go in here. One cool thing about the game is you can allot, you can prioritize. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna prioritize. Actually, I think I'm in the wrong. Good, a small blessing. We're gonna do another festival to Osiris. We're gonna prioritize. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Overseers, not that. We want overseers. Workers. I'm gonna prioritize. I think it's hygiene. I'm gonna prioritize that. There we go. Because we should be, unemployment should be a thing. So, anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, so she's supposed to be the exemplary wife, and she thinks the body of Osiris is safe in the Delta. Well, in spite of all the precautions, Seth actually finds the body, right? And while Isis was actually absent. So in his anger, and to prohibit his brother a burial worthy of his name, he carves up the cadaver into pieces whose number varies according to the texts. There's 14 for a half lunar month, 16 cubits, or 16, which are the cubits are the ideal height of the rise in the water level, or 42, corresponding to the number of Egyptian nomes, which are districts. Egypt was divided into 42 district nomes. Not now, when Abydos, during this map, at this time in 2684, in 2684, Egypt hadn't been divvied up into 42 nomes. This was later on, but Which type of cubit? I want to say royal. Yeah, I want to say it's a royal cubit. So he then dispersed the pieces, thinking this would definitely get rid of his victim. Like, Seth would finally get rid of Osiris once and for all. This is how you do it. So, but, of course, you know, Isis being the strong, independent woman that she is, as we would say, wouldn't succumb to defeat, and she undertook to collect the gods' scattered fragments throughout Egypt. So, she actually did this. She gathered all the different pieces dispersed by Seth. Actually, some texts actually say that Isis buried the fragments. It's the texts and like archaeological stuff that we've actually found that from the different gnomes. We actually have archaeological evidence of the different gnomes and textual evidence. That's how we know that it was split into like 42 different gnomes. So, oh wait, we got some plague going on, don't we? We can't let that happen. There we go. And you know what? I think the problem is this. There we go. We're gonna put up a dock here. I think, and start. Where do I want to do this? Where do I want to do? I'm trying to conserve my coastline. Great. I may not be able to do that, so we'll pause it here. I'm gonna set up some stuff before I continue the myth here. But I may put it down here and extend a road over, and then set up some architect's post, fire post, police post. Because everything's going there. I'm wondering why I'm not getting any fish. I wonder if it's because I don't have... Okay. I think I know what's going on now. So let me go ahead and... I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna add a storage yard, and we're gonna put some wood in it. Accept none. Wood. Accept all. Okay. I'm gonna set up some industry, I think. We should be able to make some papyrus in this mission. Yeah, we got regathers. So, oh yeah, the ferry. Gonna need a ferry. Shoot, where is that? I can't think if it's under. Ferry. Oh, there it is, right in front of my freaking face. So we'll do that. I'm not sure why it disappeared. Wonder if that's why. There we go, that's why, because I didn't... Okay, I didn't, yeah. Okay, we're going to set up a papyrus industry here so we can import wood and export papyrus. That's the goal. So we'll extend a road. We'll do this and this. Actually, we'll do that. And this over. And we will put some housing here on that side. And we will put a well right here and here. And then... yeah, papyrus regathers, that's what I mean. We'll put them here and here. And then we can put some papyrus makers here. And then, of course, you can never have too many architects' posts, firehouses, or police. And we will also put in that. Put in, can I put one there? Excellent. Here's what we'll do here. I don't save on coastline here. I'm going to accept half and half. So we'll do half reeds and half papyrus. for now. Whoop, shoot. I messed up there. I'm a doof. There we go. Okay. So we get the papyrus industry going. Okay, good. Shipwright. Okay, that was why I forgot the shipwright. I got too into the myth that I forgot the shipwright. So, getting back to the myth, we'll let this roll a little bit to see if they start producing. They should start producing my fishing boats. Is there no one there for unemployment? Ah, it's because it's too far out, I see. I'm really spaced out's the problem. So we'll go ahead and include 2 like that, and then we'll put a well in here. Didn't have this problem the last time I played. So we got that going. I think the problem is because I put the neighborhood closer to the coast. I think that's why. Yes! Yeah, gotta get that ship right. Gotta get that ship right. Yeah, so 664 BC is an interesting date because that's the year there was an eclipse that year. And that's the year that Thebes was sacked by the Neo-Assyrian Empire. It would make sense that it more corresponds to Monotho's account. I can see that. Yeah, definitely. So, if I'm not mistaken, that's the Assyrian Empire is the one that ended the Nubian dynasty, the 25th dynasty. And you had these Assyrian kings, and then the Saite dynasty came in after that, which was, I think, the last native Egyptian dynasty to rule Egypt. Before the Persians, and then the Greeks, and then the Romans took over. So getting back to them, I gotta let this run. There we go, the fishing boats. So I'm gonna let this neighborhood develop a little bit. We'll throw in a festival because Osiris is probably not happy we're not worshiping him. There we go. So, without admitting defeat, Isis decides to collect the entire body, which consisted of gathering different pieces of Osiris dispersed throughout Egypt, right? So some texts report that Isis buries the fragments where she found them, while allowing every city in Egypt to possess an Osirian relic, much like the Catholic Church did in the medieval ages after the fall of the Roman Empire. Some churches throughout Europe, especially Western Europe, claim to have had some relic of an apostolic father or one of the disciples. So I think a crocodile just ate one of my guys again. So I think that's what was going on here. So elsewhere, though, we are told that the goddess manufactured a replica of every part of her husband, which she buried, while she reconstituted the body of the martyred god. Again, this is from Osiris.net. If you guys want to look this stuff up, it's from a website called Osiris.net, which is where I get this. It's a really great website, revealing information. It gives you information about tombs in Egypt in general. So, and it's written by scholars. So, but the problem is when she manufactured every replica of every part of her husband's body. Yeah, Pharaoh's going to be ticked off here, because I just don't have the beer right now. And to be honest, let me check on the papyrus. Are we making papyrus? Or no? Okay, I'm going to wait for papyrus to add up here in the storage yard before I start exporting it and importing wood to make my ships. But, yeah, only the phallus of Osiris, the manly part of Osiris, was swallowed by an Oxyrhynchus fish. So, and it was never recovered. And Isis, being the great sorceress that she is, succeeds with the help of her sister Nephthys and Anubis in reconstructing the physical integrity, if you will, of Osiris, which represents the first mummy. Osiris represents the actual first mummy. So Anubis reconstructs the body of his deceased father, and it becomes the model for the embalmers. So that's why Anubis is the god of embalming. and Isis, by the magic of her words, resuscitates Osiris, and after having transformed into a kite, gives him back the breath while beating her wings. Yeah! Plastic surgery! Okay, we got papyrus. Yeah, it's definitely plastic surgery is what it sounds like. Reattaching tissue onto, we'll call it tissue, because, you know, YouTube algorithm, you don't want to be, you know. So, and puts it back on the body. I think what's fascinating is what comes later on in the story, because it's wild. I'm not lying. This myth is wild. So we've got some papyrus here, and I'm going to start exporting it, I think, to earn some money. Pharaoh's just going to have to get ticked off of me. I'm sorry, bro. I don't have your beer for you, because I'm not producing it. So, ratings, overseer, commerce. Here it is, political. It is the political one, right? I thought it was. Anyway. We're gonna export some papyrus and import some wood. Okay, we've opened that one, and we're gonna export papyrus to Min Nefer. Nope, they sell. Who wanted the papyrus? Oh, it was Nechen, I think, or Bedad. No. Was it Timna? Ah, it was Timna. Okay, we're out of money. Don't worry. They allow you to run out of money first, but it's the second time that they get you. It's like a failed mission if you run out of debt and can't pay it off. So, we're going to do this. I didn't mean to exit completely out of it. We're going to import some wood. First of all, we're going to export wood. 0. And then import some wood. Maintaining 200 is usually what I do. There we go. We got money situation. Should be fine after that. Still no food? Do we still not have food? Dang it. Or are we just not producing enough? Yeah, well, in the old game, it's funny you say that, because in the old game, they would send armies after you. They would literally send armies after you. And if you didn't have an army, they would wipe away your city. And then you would get the defeat screen. It was much more, you know how old games worked. It was harsh. It was a harsh environment, old games. But that's what would happen, is they would send an army and to completely raise your city. In this game, they just have a screen that pops up and says you lost. Yeah, they loved it punished by beatings, and I think that was correctly reflected in the original game. So in the original game, yeah. So now they're getting food, finally. Make sure we're continuing to appease Osiris here. I don't think am I accepting wood? Right? I was, right? Yeah. There we go. So, we're going to accept none here. I didn't do this. I got carried away. There we go. So, but yeah, the games were much harsher 20 years ago. As you know, So, there we go. So Osiris, they reattach the male component to Osiris, right? And lo and behold, after she reconstitutes or reattaches his manhood through magic, of course, she succeeds making him impregnate her, able to conceive a son, Horus. So she reanimates, she reattaches it, right? Sorry, Pharaoh. She reattaches it, right? And then I guess we're going to use the word copulate. She copulates with him, and then later, 9 months later, out comes Horus. So out comes Horus, the young. You'd think. Yeah, all she had to do was ask. Consent. Consent. So, yeah, that's how, and then Horus comes, and this is what's later, Osiris was later called the Ithyphallic Osiris because of it. So, Horus was conceived and assisted by Anubis, the son of Horus, born out of wedlock, by the way, and together with Nephthys, will be able then to intervene to practice the indispensable rituals of opening of the mouth and eyes of their father, brother, spouse, lover, Osiris. Which, when I made this, when I like brought this all together, it reminded me of Spaceballs. No lie, reminded me of Spaceballs when you had Darth Helmet, talking to Lone Star, saying, "You're my brother's, father's, son's, cousin's ex-roommate," and then he goes, "What's that make us?" And he goes, "Absolutely nothing." So, alright, we got people getting food finally. Blessed inundation. We making money yet? No. Okay, so I'm gonna start making my warships. I don't know why I cannot build there. Oh, I see it. There, does that not work? Oh, that's gonna upset me more than you ever know. Oh. So we're gonna do that. And then we gotta extend a road over because I don't think it's got a road. There we go. We're still losing money. I don't get why we're losing money because... Can I put a fishing dock there? I should be able to. Should be able to put one there. Yeah, there. We'll do that. At least we can do that. Whoops. Oh, we got a crocodile. Always think that's funny. There he is. He killed one of my citizens. Sobek. So. What else here? So. Yeah, so. We got the opening of the mouth, which is Wawet in Egyptian, which is a god called the opener of the way. And that's the whole point there. So, this whole myth here is represented extensively on the walls of the tombs and the vignettes of the Book of the Dead, or the Book of the Coming Forth by Day, where one sees Isis and Nephthys in human form with their heads surmounted by the hieroglyphs of their names, or sometimes in the form of birds, namely kites, at the foot and at the head of the funeral bed mourning their brother. If you guys have read Falk's book, or have Falk's book, or if you just study or have read up on Egyptian mythology and Egyptian history, or archaeology, you notice that certain tombs or coffins in Egypt have Isis and Nephthys guarding the tomb because they're protectresses of the dead. So that's where that plays in here. But that's the myth in a nutshell. So, I mean, you can see how it relates to, or at least how the Egyptians related to the myth, or brought the myth into reality, as far as coffins and everything. It's really fascinating.
Needs more than prayers to be entertained.
Yes, yes, we know. So, we're gonna do a common festival again. Still aren't purchasing papyrus. I'm gonna check some stuff here because something's not right. to check the money situation too. Are we earning exports? Okay, so we are earning money from exports this year. Excellent. I was kind of worried there. So far this year, wow, our expenses are crazy. Our expenses are crazy. I'm pretty bummed out about that. Not gonna lie. Got our warships going. That's good. We got 3 warships. Let me check over here. See the entrance map. I don't even see. I didn't even see merchants coming. That's crazy. And the dock's fully... The dock has enough employees. This is unusual. Usually by now I'm doing rather well. They're asking for some pottery now. So I think I'm going to set up a little bit of an industry here. Hopefully I don't have to restart. I'm going to do a reed gatherer. Oh, good. We earned... Oh, good. So they are buying. Excellent. I'm going to do that, and we're going to set up another one. We're going to set up 2 storage yards like I always do. And we're going to accept none. And we're going to have one accept reeds. And the other one accept papyrus. There we go. And it looks like there's a plague. Of course there would be. Why wouldn't there be? Why would there be? We'll do an apothecary. So everything should be fine now. I know they need pottery, but I think we're good now. Of course they come with reeds. One thing I've noticed here, I think I had to shut this industry down because they were producing too many reeds, and I was like, okay, we gotta work on the reeds first before they're like filling out my storage yards. It was crazy. So we'll let this run for a little bit. We've got what, 1,000? Okay. He still needs beer. So, see if we can earn some money. We should be able to earn money because papyrus is more expensive than wood. Yeah, he's buying. Just to double check, I want to make sure I'm selling over 0. Excellent. And I don't think... Do I have clay pits? Brickworks? But I don't think I have clay. So what I'm gonna do here is set up my beer industry, and then I'm gonna yes, it fell. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna set up my beer industry here over here. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to over here because I have no room on that other side. Yeah, in the game it is, but papyrus is the one that offsets that expense, or at least that's what the game tells you. Yeah, the game tells you that it offsets that expense. So, I always try and export papyrus and import whatever, but even then that can get too high, so you've got to find something to export. So, but you're absolutely right, Mobius. Absolutely. Wood is expensive, and not to mention it comes from Byblos, which, you know, it's from where I am on the game map here. I don't know if you saw that. I'm here, and Byblos is way up here. So I'm here, and Byblos is way up here. So that's quite the distance, and opening the trade route was already like 1K in Debbins. So definitely, it's definitely expensive. So, okay, we got that now. We're gonna put in a flax farm and a barley farm. Probably, I can't do two. I can do two, but it's gonna require me to do this. And then we get rid of that nasty road there. And we're gonna put in a work camp. And usually what I do is I set up another 17x6 neighborhood. But the way I designed this one, I might have to... Yeah. Let's pause it here. Let me think. I think I got enough room here to do it, but it's not going to be as big as... Yeah, let's see here. So we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? Yeah. Actually, you know what? Undo. We're going to do it here. 17. It's going to be a little smaller. Very little. Coolly, very little. They didn't have a lot of wood in Egypt. And then actually in the next mission, which is the Salima Oasis, it's an oasis. Surprise there. There's wood all around, so wherever they found wood, they would harvest it. But on the whole, throughout the length of Egyptian history, ancient Egyptian history, pharaonic Egypt, they usually imported wood from Byblos, which the game gets correct. They would import wood from Byblos and other areas of the ancient Near East. And they would export gold or papyrus, because Egypt was... gold was native to Egypt, along with Nubia. And Egypt, of course, if you know Egyptian history and the Egyptian relationship with Nubia, you know what they did to Nubia. Yeah, Byblos was... Yeah, you're absolutely right. Byblos was a trade partner with Egypt, so the game does get that right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna set up another neighborhood here. I'm gonna put a bandstand in. American Bandstand comes to mind every time. We'll do that. I should put him probably there too. Yes. Do that. Do that. And then we can set up another temple to Osiris. And we could probably... I don't want to put a road there. But I might... Dang it, I'm going to have to. And then put a roadblock. Yeah, I'll put a roadblock. Let me see something here. I think I can do this. Well, I can't do that because I built freaking... Okay, we're going to delete this house, and house. I'm going to extend a road here. Not there. Extend a road here. And we are going to put a... That fits? No, because I need another... We're going to do this, I think. That work? There we go. Oh, sure. Okay, now we're in debt. So, maybe, hey, this is one of the aspects of the game I could reveal. So now we're in debt. So, I can still spend, but the more I spend, the closer the defeat window will come up. But the delta, yeah, but the delta is like, was humid. Yeah, the delta was bad. Plus it was used for agriculture and it was really dangerous with malaria and everything. So, I'm gonna let this run a little bit, see if I can earn some money. Hopefully I don't have to restart. I didn't have this problem the last time I played through. The last playthrough. So we'll see here. I'm gonna probably have to halt. Let's do this. We're gonna put the reed gatherers to sleep. See if we can stop the bleeding here. And see if we can use the reeds. We just plunge further in debt here. But this is what I mean as far as debt is concerned. They give you an incentive where they let you go under, and then after that they're like, you're on your own after this. If you go into debt, that's it. So still wish Pharaoh would send his army. That would have been awesome. Pharaoh sends his army and really tells you, listen bro, I'm not happy with you. I'm gonna have to destroy your city. Sorry. It's the way it is. Okay, so we're, again, oh good, we're above 400. That's excellent. So what I might wind up doing here is bringing in more papyrus makers just to solidify we can do this. Yeah, okay, good. We're good. And then let the people come in. Perfect flood, excellent. I cannot do a festival, but I did do a temple, so we're good there. Really, I can bide my time as far as doing another festival. So, oh good, we got plenty of fish too. Jeez, holy smokes. I didn't realize we had that many fish. That's awesome. I don't know how much it accommodates for the second neighborhood, but when it comes in, but we're good with fish right now. So the city of Abydos, though, here's the interesting part. The city of Abydos was actually an important city at this time, at least during the pre-dynastic era. Now, we aren't technically in the Old Kingdom yet, which I think comes not the next mission, but the mission after. But we're still in the early dynastic period. So we've got cemeteries that date to the same time that have also been excavated that include tombs from the first and second dynasties. So in the Old Kingdom, the deity of Abydos, of course, was Kentimientu, or foremost among Westerners, who by the first intermediate period, which is the period after the Old Kingdom, immediately after the Old Kingdom, was identified with Osiris. So by the Old Kingdom, Abydos had become one of the most important religious centers throughout Egypt. And the cult of Osiris was centered right here in this city. So it is where we also find the annual festival that honors Osiris takes place. And the cult, so that there was this processional festival that took place in Abydos, and it dates back to, I want to say, this time. So, and sorry, I'm just checking, making sure everything's fine. We're 1,000 over. They have no water, which kind of sucks, but we can go ahead and give them some water here. And we'll put up a tax collector, because, you know, our taxes. Got taxes, water. That's what I wanted. Water supply. There we go. So, where was I? Oh, yes. So, the processional furniture would start. They would bring the cult statue that was brought out from the temple and put on a ritual boat. I think it was called the Nechmed boat. I'm not sure. So they put this cult statue on the boat, and it was a ritual boat. So it was not the kind of the boat that you would see floating on the water. It was a boat that would be held by You really gonna ask me for more beer? Seriously, dude? We're gonna have some problems with this. I may have to. Oh wait, yeah. Never mind. I can do. So pause here. I'm gonna pause here because I want to get through this. So they would put the cult statue on this bark. Ritual bark is more like it, not a boat. And the priests would carry this bark over their shoulders, which sounds, you know, familiar if you know your Old Testament. And, beer me, bro. Yeah, right? Lost my place. Okay, so yeah, they would be carried by priests in this long procession from the temple to his tomb in el Ka'ab. So you have the priests who would haul this royal bark, ritual bark, from the temple all the way to his tomb in el-Ka'ab, which means mother of priests, or mother of pots. And there are two parts of the festival associated with this. You had the private and public one. The public one centered on the divine image, which would pass through the cemetery that was next to the temple. And the private one was in the desert, where the priests would perform these sacred and secret rituals about the mysteries and passions of Osiris. So when we get to the Middle Kingdom, the nobility were erecting stelae here in Abydos and offering chapels as cenotaphs decorated with trees, if you remember, and that they could participate in the festival even after their own deaths. So that's why this whole thing it's just awesome. I just love how it was laid out. So, but that's the processional ritual, the festival, if you will. That's how the festival went about. That's how in Abydos, and that's where it comes from, is right here in Abydos, Abjadu. So I am going to set up some things. I'm going to set up a storage yard, 2 of them again. We're going to accept none. We're going to have 1 accept all barley. And accept none. We're going to accept beer. So we got that going on. I'm going to actually instruct these guys not to purchase beer yet. No, accept all. Don't buy beer. Cellar-Trois. You know, that's actually not a bad beer. Actually, I like that. It's a shame it was bought by the Budweiser company. No, Stella's company bought Budweiser. That's what it was, at it backwards. It's definitely good beer. A bit pricey, but definitely good beer. Alright. Where do we have malaria? Is it over here? Oh, it's over there. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Can I include a physician? I can. We'll go ahead and do that. So we got 2,000 now. Can we include, do we have any more? I can't do anything about this one, contaminated water. That's just something the game does. So, here, let's clear all that. Let's go here. Unemployment's at 18%. Not bad. They're pleased with me, which I'm shocked considering there's malaria. We're dying of the plague, but we love you. So, my favorite beer, though, Mobius, is not Stella. It's a Czech beer called Pilsner Urquell, which they import to the U.S. That is my favorite. They had Staropramen, but I cannot find Staropramen anywhere anymore, which is another good Czech beer. So, yeah. What's your favorite beer? Guess I could. Can I set up jewelers yet? Weavers, that's what I meant. Is that a flax farm? Okay. So I'm going to set up some weavers here. I'm going to set up a new industry. Wait. I don't want to set it up. Whoops. Hold on here. So I'm going to extend a road. Ha! No way, you're half Czech. Do you know it? Do you know Czech or no? If I could, I'd do the stream in both German and English, but you know, my audience, English is a pretty common language, I guess you could say. No, you said you were half Czech. I didn't know if you spoke Czech or not. That was my question. Sorry. Heineken's a good beer too, though. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna diss the Heineken. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see. I lost my place. Weavers. That's what I wanted. Set up some weavers. Why is it saying that there's no... Oh, I see. Okay, so apparently the... That's funny. I even started doing my monument. So we'll do that. Okay. I'll set up my monument here in a little bit. At least get that going. We'll do that, and we'll do this. We're going to accept none, and then we are going to put... Accept flax. And then... Okay, I got the wrong one. We're going to accept none, and then we're going to accept linen. And the reason why I'm doing this is so we can get another income. We should be able to export linen at this map. That's why I'm doing this. So, and I think I did barley. No, I didn't. I'm going to accept barley. Okay. No. I'm all backwards here. Accept all. I got the wrong. So, okay, accept all. Okay. I see what I did. Accept none. Accept all beer. That's what I wanted. So, and then we're going to extend a road over and down, and we're going to put in some brewers. There we go. And we're going to let the game run a bit more. Yeah, oh, that sucks. See, I was born here. I was born in the States. I'm a third generation German. So when my great-grandfather died in the early 90s, I was 13 when he died. No, I was 10. Sorry, his wife died. My great-grandmother died in 94. My great-grandfather died in 91. And he was from Hesse. That Hesse, if you know your American history. I was too young to really get to know him. So when I got to high school, I started learning German. Actually, when I was in middle school, in good old Indiana, I started learning German. And I followed that through all the way through high school. And I mean all the way through high school. And then I went on the trip. At your senior year, you got to, they offered a trip to Europe. At least most high schools did. Not every high school. My high school offered a trip to go to Germany for a month. And you had to pay the fees and stuff, of course. It was like $2,000. So I found the money, paid it, got to go. That was my first trip. Now, I got to go all over Germany for that trip. But what was interesting was about 5 years later, and 5 years later, I bet I didn't get the flax. Did I not do barley? I didn't do barley. That's why. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do this. There we go. Whoops. We'll extend a road here. So about 5 years ago, right? Or not 5 years ago, but this is like 2005. I got the money and I went to Germany again, but this time I didn't go to Osnabrück. I went to Osnabrück in Lower Saxony. That was my high school trip. So, fast forward 5 years, I was able to go to Hesse. I reconnected with my family in Volmar, which is a town of like 800 people in Hesse, which is about an hour north of Frankfurt. And I got to reconnect with the family over there, and we still have a connection to this day with the family. Normally I have to do all the translating because most of the family over there doesn't know English. The younger people know English, and the friends I met, the people I met over there, we were able to communicate to this day in English. So I always thought that was cool. I didn't know if you were able to do that or not, Cooley. I don't know if you have connections with the family over in the Czech Republic or not. It was. It really was. I got to spend Christmas and New Year's with him. An actual got to go to. I didn't get to go to the Christmas market in Nuremberg, which is, you know, the huge famous one. But I did get to go to a Christmas market over there, and it's crazy. Like, the shops lined up selling their wares, Christmas stuff, and everything. It's great. It was fabulous. And the Glühwein tasted great, too. The Glühwein was fabulous. So, I'm going to here put some plazas down, and we'll see if that can get some of these houses to develop. Probably have an unemployment. Really? See, I don't know if I have family members who fought for the British, because, you know, like you said, they were mercenaries hired by the British Crown. I'm interested to know if I have any mercenaries in my family who fought for Hesse, for the British Crown against, you know, the Americans. I thought that would... As far back as I could trace my family was the 19th century so far. Like the mid-19th century, like the 1860s, when it was Prussia and not Germany. So, that's as far back as I could trace it now. So... Alright, that should include some more people coming in. We're making money now. Excellent. Osiris is probably pretty PO'd now because, yeah, because it's been a long time. We'll do a lavish one. But yeah. I'm actually going to start the monuments, I think. So we need 2 small. Can extend a road out, actually. And a, do that, no, not that, doof, do that, do that, that, yeah, in Oldenburg one year, you, my dude, I am jealous, that is awesome, that's awesome. Are you, Native American, too? So I would imagine you have, yeah, okay, there you are. You're English. Okay, English, Scotch, Dutch, okay. Me? We found this, I don't know if you guys did, what is it, 23 DNA or something like that? I think that's what it's called, is, that's insane. We did 23 DNA or something here at the house. And come to find out, I am literally half English and half German, and that's it. I have no Native American. Like, it was like, the odd thing, though, was... I'll pause it here so I don't get... The odd thing here, though, was this. I was 0.0 or 0.8% black. So out of all of that, I was like 40% English or something, like it was like 40% English, 60% German, and down the list, like no Native American, but 0.08 black, and I thought, that is hilarious. It wouldn't tell me the location in Africa, but it was like 0.08%. It's hilarious. 23andMe, that was it. 23andMe, that's what we did. My wife is like French, Polish, and then Cherokee, which is what we expected because of what her father told her and what her grandfather told her before he died. So, you know, it was French, Polish, and then it was, you know, Cherokee, as far as the indigenous peoples were. But for me, nothing. There's nothing. It was just straight up English. It was so boring. It was so boring and dull. It was like English and nothing, and like nothing. No one famous in Europe either. It was just we're just a bunch of farmers living in Prussia. So, alright, I'm gonna include some bricklayers guilds here to get this monument moving. And we'll go ahead and start that. Oh shoot, I forgot. I need physicians. Apothecaries. We got malaria again, folks. I'm honestly a better player at this game. I think it's because... Oh, shoot. Yeah, we get no papyrus. Pause. So we'll go ahead and wake these guys up so they can start the industry again. There we go. Unpause. That should do it. A blessing. You're right. Who knows? Yeah, for me it was boring. It was really boring. Yeah, there. I mean, I think they include that in the data. It's like, hey, there is room for error, and they give you a percentage of the error, like 5% or something both ways, or something like that. But there is, I do remember them talking about some sort of, like, they allow some sort of error, room for error. At least with DNA 23. Alright, we got them now working on the monuments. There they are. Got a population of 1,500. I think, what was the, objective was 225. So I am going to have to expand this neighborhood over here a little bit. And I am going to have to start importing clay, I think. Unless I got a clay pit. I don't think I do. So yeah, I'm going to have to import clay. I'm going to have to set up another granary. Because I see... set up another granary. And I'm going to set up a storage yard. And we're going to accept none. And I'm going to have to set up clay. And another one here. Accept none. And we're going to do pottery. And we're going to have to import. That sucks. I was hoping we didn't have to, but apparently we do. I still have no beer. Man, I'm ticking the king off, aren't I? So we got that. Let me set up some potters. A blessing! Before I set up the potters, let's go ahead and do a festival. We got money, why not? Boom. Okay, I got all that set up, so... where is it? Pottery. Available for import. Nope, clay. I'm sorry, clay is what... Clay's cheaper, so... On ancient people, yeah, it's unreliable, almost worthless, like conclusions are most likely massaged or false. Yeah, okay, yes. I do want to comment on this. I definitely want to comment on this because they've done studies on ancient bodies, on bodies of the ancient world, okay? They've done studies on this, and they've always backfired. I've seen this at RC, the Egyptology conferences. Someone did a study on the mummies to find out if they were actually sub-Saharan African or not. I want I want to say the whole argument was that they were supposed to be sub-Saharan African or not, or Semitic or sub-Saharan African, and it backfired on them. And it came out at the conference. They shut it down completely at the conference. The Egyptologists were like annoyed with it and everything. And it's funny because recently, the whole Cleopatra debacle on Netflix, that whole docu-series, if you remember, kind of added to it. So, okay, we are going to import clay to maintain, I want to say 600 is it? That should work. Since we have an excess of food, I'm going to put some bazaars down. Still think of the song How Bizarre every time. Let's see if we can develop this neighborhood here to 2,000. Yeah, you certainly don't want to end up like the Habsburgs. Charles, what was it? Charles the, what was his name? Charles V of Spain? Who had the chin, the Habsburg chin. And on his death, it started the War of Spanish Succession. Yes, I thought it was. Almost got it confused with Charles, the English King Charles. Dude, we're gonna have to work on this kingdom rating, it looks like. So we got that digging. We get our linen. I'm going to export linen and start importing bricks. It looks like everything is ready for the monuments. We just need the bricks. And I'll go ahead and set up the storage yard for that one. Accept none. Bricks. I completely forgot I could do brickworks. Shoot. I'm an idiot. Completely forgot I could do brickworks. Yeah, Charles is not a good name to be king. Oops, I mean, we've got Charles III, right? On the throne of England. Alright, here, I'm going to set up a brickworks industry here. Dang it. I do not want to set it up next to the festival square is the problem. Actually, what I'm going to have to do is extend a road down here and then set up my brickworks. There we go. Yeah, now we're entering Jack's wheelhouse, I think, because this is... I really can't comment on this. I mean, I know these guys, Charles II and James II. I know about Bloody Mary, who was Scottish. So was Charles II the one that they brought back to England, or no? And I know this is after the English Civil War of the 1660s. I do know that much. I'm gonna set up another festival here. Oh, okay, good. Do a common festival to him, unfortunately, because the money's kind of tight. Probably gonna have to set up some more fishing wharves. 1 fit, yes. 1 will fit there. I love that. Do that. Can I set up a fishing wharf over here? Oh, no, because that's an inundation. That's right. That's right. What about here? Nope, I can't do that either. Dang it. See, this is what I mean when your coastline, you have to make sure your coastline is... Should be able to start feeding everyone here. I know not everyone is fed. So, okay. And then you get the War of Spanish Succession. Ooh, we got a fire! Fire in the chariot house! It's my Ten Commandments reference right there. Housing, okay. We'll go ahead and... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to put a massive statue right here. And then we'll put some plazas. There we go. So, okay. That's actually pretty cool then. I just wish there were more channels on YouTube to watch other than... I watch Kings and Generals. I don't know if you guys watch Kings and Generals or History March. They really... They kind of focus more on modern history, but I've noticed they've taken a turn to classicism, talking about the Peloponnesian War in Greece, and then Rome. Of course, you know Rome. I mean, it's Rome, right? So that's what I thought. I don't know if you guys watch Psy History. I can't remember his name. I actually follow the guy. Psy the Historian or something. He more focuses more on ancient history. He's a solid guy too. History with Psy. Thank you. Yes. Yes, History with Psy. I came across him about a year ago, and I loved his channel. Still love it. Still love it. So what was this? This is... Oh, it's a storage yard. Okay. So what did it have? This one had beer. Okay, so this... Okay, okay. So this storage yard housed... was supposed to house beer. That's right. Here it is. Accept all. So yeah, those are the channels I watch. For entertainment, I even watch Psy with History, and because I know the guy does such an excellent job, I don't even verify him anymore. Like, I don't even look at my own sources that I have and everything, because I know he just does a fantastic job. Workers rejoice at rise or raise. Okay, so that means we've got to... I think it's here. We've got to raise our salary. And I'm going to put in a personal mansion since I'm now almost at 400k. We're importing clay. They need straw. Shoot. Do I have grain fields? I don't think I do. Ah! I need grain to make straw. Or maybe I could import straw. Can I just import straw? I gotta open a trade route. Shoot. We'll go ahead and try this. Hopefully it doesn't exceed our expenses. We're gonna import straw. What are you accepting? Accepting pottery. So, okay, so I'm gonna create a new, I'm gonna put down a new We'll get to that disease here in a minute. I'm gonna import some straw here so we can make our own bricks. Okay, accept none. And accept all straw. And then we will see here. Straw. Import to maintain. We'll do that. Am I importing bricks? Should be able to. I am, but we're gonna see We're gonna see about the bricks or see how much bricks they make before I start. Because we're ready. We got 18 people chiming in. Disease. Where is this disease? And I'm gonna put in a new storage yard here. Accept none, and I'm only gonna accept papyrus because dang, those reeds are crazy. And scoping out those kind of changes recently working on a project. What kind of project are you working on? Okay, we got all that going on. I don't see the disease that this game is referencing. Ha! Oh, we got more fires. Dang it. This ain't cool, man. Architect's post. I know I need housing. Aw, man. Is that my weavers? Not my weavers. Noes. So we'll just go ahead and put them down again. Boom, boom. What are these guys? This is, oh, my brewers. Save Biden. What? Oh no, we gotta save the brewers. Save Biden's cat. Did I not put down? I guess I didn't. Yeah, right here. Oh, we got a shortage of employees. I've got you. I think it's because we got a shortage of employees. So what's going on here? Dwelling, desirability. Okay. We'll do that, and then we'll put some gardens. We'll put some lovely gardens. They're just decorated. Oh, okay. Definitely included me on that then. I'm kind of into that. I'll do that. Wouldn't mind that at all. I know, I've been having problems, bro. We're getting there. We're getting there, Pharaoh. I just had a fire. Like, give me a break. 10 months without a festival. We'll go ahead and do a lavish one. This beer is really a problem, man. All we want is beer, and so that sounds pretty cool. I like that. Definitely. Just waiting on some brick production here. Yes, they do. Yeah. I got annoyed last night when I posted my video on Ruth. I got like 5 views in 2 hours, and I thought, is there something going on with the algorithm or something? Because all the numbers that I was looking on my channel, they were descending. Like, I had this many watch hours and everything, and then it keeps going down, and I'm thinking, what is going on? And I haven't, no shortage of content except for those 2 weeks, unless that has something to do with it, where I was only producing shorts and not enough weekly videos because we were switching around equipment, trying to take care of the echo that we had and everything. Yeah, Jack, the video's back up. I posted it this morning on Ruth. Unless you already watched it, then it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it was on Ruth. Do we still not have barley? Oh, it's because I don't have workers. Got all the flax we want. Dang. That is interesting because I've put shorts out daily, Jack. That's interesting. I put one on Ruth yesterday, last night, but then I deleted and uploaded it, re-uploaded it this morning. I did a short on, well, if you go to my channel, you could see it, I guess, but I do shorts I do a short a day. I try to do a short a day. Some days I don't get to it, for, you know, reasons, life or whatever. Oh, you don't watch shorts, that's why. Yeah, no, I haven't produced a weekly video since last week then on Darius the Mede. That's the last one. I uploaded a short on Ruth last night. Took it down, uploaded it this morning. I did a short on, now I get an unemployment problem. That's good to have right now, because I need... Is it because of the roadblock? Oh, that's right. I didn't put housing here. Forgot to put housing there. That's odd. Because I re-uploaded it on YouTube. So at least you see the shorts. I was worried that no one was seeing this stuff. Yeah, it's not a video. And since you don't watch shorts, then don't worry about it. That's fine. But I was kind of like, I was worried because I'm like talking to people and like, I actually had a video that went from 215 views or something down to 212. And I'm thinking, how do you take away a view? How do you take away a view? So, yeah, I have nothing up but Darius the Mede. That's the only one I've got up right now. I'm working on a Sodom and Gomorrah one right now, and another one on the archaeological site of Jericho. It might be shenanigans. Do they auto-level them? And I guess it's because I'm such a small channel that I don't get the recognition as well. I think that has something to do with it too. I know, I don't have beer. Stop reminding me. Okay, that should take care of the employment here. I should be able to... That was so odd. Maybe I should get rid of the, You know what, since it's so close, I'm gonna get rid of these. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rearrange this whole thing. Since there's really nothing here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna redo this whole thing because this is driving me nuts. Gonna do that. And then put the weavers down. Here and here. We're gonna accept none. We're gonna do this whole thing again. Barley, good. Good that I did. That's the top one. Accept none. Accept all beer. Excellent. We're gonna put in the brewers. This is driving me nuts because I don't understand. And then we're gonna put in the archaeologist. We're gonna put in the archaeologist post, not the architect's post. And the police. Yeah, I guess they don't. Because I post some of my shorts to TikTok and it's like instant. And I'm telling you, it's instant. 100, like 200-300 views. Like, it's not a lot of views, but for me it's a lot. And the one on Ruth I shared on TikTok, and it was 200 views. No, it was, I forget, but it was definitely a lot more views than Twitter. Or, not Twitter, but YouTube. So I posted both videos simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube, right? YouTube produced 5 views, and then TikTok produced like 200 or so, up to like 300 views in the same amount of time. And I thought, no, there's something going on here. I mean, I'm not expecting, you know, 1 million views on my videos because I'm such a small channel. I get that. But there was definitely something fishy going on there. So, right, we are going to do this and this, and we are going to accept none, accept flax on one, it's the bottom one this time, and then accept none, and then accept linen, and that should do it. I'm actually going to include do some military, if I can, do an infantry fort. Right here, I guess. We're gonna extend a road. But we're gonna put a roadblock here, I think. For now. Yeah. Exactly, I think there's a little incentive. So... I don't know, man. I really thought I put more housing there, though. There we go. Whoops. Didn't mean to delete the road. There we go. There we go. That should do it. Solve that little problem there I had with no employment there. I might have to import some copper, which I'm not going to like, because that's going to make me lose some money, I think. I don't really want to do that now. Still waiting for these ships to... There is an event that triggers in the game where there is some naval warfare that includes naval warfare. You do have to fight a little bit. My kingdom rating is so low though that Pharaoh's probably... What is my kingdom rating? Like 2? Ratings over... Yeah, it's 21 because I didn't give Pharaoh his beer. He's a little PO'd about that. Don't blame him. But currently making beer. Don't know about unemployment. We are short by 5 workers, so unemployment's good. We're good for right now. Unemployment's good. Really? Was that the, was that what some people were doing? Was they bring up their own video in 5-6 different tabs and YouTube would count that as 5 or 6 different views? I'm on the river. I'm on the Nile River. So, Abjadu or Abydos historically, and the game's correct, it is centered... Yeah, I figured. It's centered in Middle Egypt here. You can see the sea's up here. The Great Sea, which is what the Egyptians called it. Abjadu is down here. So, Min-Nefer was closer to the sea than that, but that's hilarious. I wonder if, because I don't really watch my own videos once I post it, because I know that YouTube will pick that up and be like, dude, you just watched your own video, we're not going to count that. So, did I not, for the love of everything sacred, I did not. Linen. This was supposed to accept... this kind of ticks me off. Flax. There we go, okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting. What if you use Bing instead of Google or Safari? Or if you... Well, you don't... Oh, Safari's only, you know, exclusive to Apple, but... That's interesting. I mean, I'm watching my own live stream on my phone, but that's just because I'm trying to interact with you guys. Well, at least at the beginning, I was trying to interact through the chat. I couldn't do that through OBS, which is what I'm using now. So, let's do a festival here to keep Osiris happy. It's been 9 months. He's apathetic. We'll do a lavish one. Jeez. 6 months to comply. I only have 1. Am I buying beer? I shouldn't be buying beer. Yeah, I don't have beer because these guys are nuts. I've got so much fish, it's crazy. So, I think I'm going to put in a granary over here. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay. Increase trading! I don't need game meat, but yay. So my weavers are working away, my brewers are working away, we're good. We're good, GUD good. There is an event that triggers a naval warfare, I'm not sure when that happens. I'm not even importing bricks, man, and I'm doing well. I might import, well... Let's look at the money situation. We earned 4,000 Devons last year, and this year it looks like we're on par for that. 3... Looks like we're actually going to lose money this year. But it is August, so... I may have to import bricks. The reason why I'm asking is I might have to import bricks here to speed these monuments along. I may not finish the city, though, tonight. Is another thing. My kids are still up. And it's almost 11. It's 10. I'm sorry, it's 10 here. So, I've been going on for 2 hours. I got another hour to do, I think. I think I can do another hour in good conscience. But it is the weekend, so... And by IP, you don't mean inspiring philosophy. Gotcha. Alright, we got some linen. Can I export that, or am I doing that already? Yes, I'm going to export when over 0. Yes. Get rid of that linen, because I'm not going to upgrade my housing for that. Okay, they have pottery. The desirability, yeah, that's the desirability problem there. Let's put in some gardens. See if that works. We'll put in some plazas. Shoot, did not mean to do that. We'll put in some plazas. Awesome Blossom, yes! That's what I wanted. Alright, that's going well. Let's check on the Overseer of Diversions here. We good, perfect, perfect, perfect. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Things are great right now. I need 400 more people, I think. Which means I'm gonna have, dang. Doesn't have water. What is going on here? Oh my, I didn't do that. I know why. I know why. I didn't do that. And I didn't do that. I didn't put my roadblocks in their appropriate places, so my walkers are just meandering throughout the city. Lame. Gonna hold a festival. Can hold a grand festival, but we're not going to, because I probably need to hoard the beer. Fire in the city. Is that my storage yard? Okay, we're gonna have to put a firehouse here and an architect's post across the street. And we'll go ahead and get this up and running again as well. Excellent. This was, I think I only wanted this to accept wood. Just in case. There we go. Gosh, we got enough freaking... So there we go. Should be able to send the beer off soon. Finally making enough for that. See, it's gone down to 20. My overseer... my ratings overseer is 20 and I need 60, so I'm gonna have to build a actually I could probably do that now, is build a personal mansion. I'll put it right here. Wait, there's no road, is there? Shoot. I thought there was a road. You know what, we can put it down there. We'll put it down here. Personal mansion. And draw a salary. 3 out of 4 workers. Are people immigrating? Kingdom rating fell again. That's gonna be a chore, man. Did not want that. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Excellent, he got linen. Good. I'm gonna try and get some people. I don't have potters. Oh, that's right, because I was waiting for the clay to come in, and then blah, blah, blah. Or do I need to put in some more housing? I might need to put in some more housing here, which I'm not really... Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll put a well. So... See, I don't know why YouTube does that. Like, TikTok works on a completely different algorithm. I don't know if it's because they're Chinese or what. But TikTok's algorithm, I've been told, and from what I've seen, operates on a completely different wavelength. And since I am exporting linen, I'm going to speed this pyramid, or this mastaba process up, and import some bricks, maintaining... We'll do 800. That should do it since I'm exporting linen and papyrus. And making my own bricks. Could probably put in another potter here. If I could. Just waiting on those monuments and my kingdom rating now. I should be able to start fulfilling kingdom, like my Pharaoh's requests. Which is funny because Pharaoh's anachronistic, by the way, in the game, at least at this far. They were just called kings. At this time, Pharaoh didn't come around until like Thutmose III in the New Kingdom. I always thought that was funny. Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Shoot on multiple browsers. I'm not that tech savvy, though, is the thing. What do these guys need? Desirability. Okay, no problem. Let's go ahead and do some desirability. Perfect flood, yay! You seriously, dude? Like, how much can I do for you here? Do you want me to, like, wash your feet as well or something, man? Yeah. It's like night and day with COVID. Before COVID and then after COVID, it's a whole new world, as Aladdin would say. There we go. Do I have any requests? Kingdom rating fell to 8, bro. My gosh. No outstanding requests. Let's send a gift. No, I can't. Let's send a gift, not send, yeah. Send a lavish one. Up my kingdom rating to 18. See if we can improve my kingdom rating here. I've been a literal... I have not left the... Jack, I have not left the house. My wife's on business again. Last week she was in Seattle. This week she's in Orlando. I have not left the house except for my own job. And back. It's driving me nuts. Like... I want to go out. We didn't do D&D this week. D&D was canceled for us this week. A couple people were out of town. We got another introvert who's playing, and we kind of rotate houses, and he never wants to go out unless it's at his house. Oh yeah, it's certainly changed a bunch of things, Mobius. I can definitely understand what you said there about not seeing your friends for 3 years. Definitely. Even more beer. Yay, Tim is willing to trade even more beer. Well, we're going to hold off until Pharaoh actually requests, because I have a feeling he's going to. There should be a request for fish as well, which means I'm going to have to empty out my granary and fill up storage yard. But, yeah. COVID changed a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff. I don't know, man. It was... More universities now are online because of COVID. Some of them are still like, no, we won't do online learning, you know, remote learning or whatever. And I'm thinking... Even just applying for my THM elsewhere now, since I'm not at SCBTS, it's insane in America how much they're just reticent to do any sort of remote learning of any kind. I talked to a couple of instructors in Australia, one last night, and the other one a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, oh yeah, we've got remote learning, yeah. You apply, you know, you go through the process of applying and everything, and if you're accepted, yeah, you don't have to come to Australia at all. I'm like, thank you. But in America, it's like, it's insane since COVID. It's like, there's nothing in Florida. There's nothing in Florida that, there's nothing as far as a THM or PhD program as biblical studies or text criticism that's involved. I have to leave Florida. I literally have to pick up my family and move out of Florida in order to get this program that I want, wherever that is, within the continental 48 states. And it's simply because they refuse to go full online with some of these programs. Whereas Europe and Australia have gone full-blown online if you need to. Yeah, oh, is it a drain mentally? See, right there, boom. I knew Pharaoh was gonna ask for beer. Knew it. That should help with the, kingdom rating. But one cool thing about this game is that you just gotta babysit the game after you set everything up. It's great. But, I could see it going both ways, but for me, personally, I cannot just up and move my family to go, for example, to North Carolina. My wife has to live within a 100-mile radius of Disney, where she works. She works from home. She has to live within a 100-mile radius of Orlando to keep her job. Now you tell me I've got unemployment. What is it, like 4%? Okay, it's 4. I'm not really worried about it. How many more people can we hold? 435, and I've already reached my limit. I'm not even worried. Gotcha. Yeah, I got 2 kids too. I can't just uproot and leave my, you know... I got one kid in middle school, another kid's in elementary school. Kingdom Stadium climbs. But yeah, I can't, and they don't want to either. Can you imagine? Like, if I were a kid, I would remember I didn't want to leave my school because I already had my friends and everything. So it would be such an impact on them. And my wife's born and raised in Florida. I'm not. It's no big deal for me to move because I'm not from here. But for her, it is. So she doesn't want to leave either. And it's just like, well, I'm between a rock and a hard place when it comes to postdoc or post-grad education, because the schools here are all about, at least at the post-grad level and up, every school is all about, you got to come to us, we'll teach you if you can come to us. And I'm thinking, that's not going to fly with me. There has to be some sort of alternative if I want to pursue some sort of post-grad degree. Yeah. I mean, like, my job requires me to be at work. I mean, I work in the public school system, and it requires me to be there. Like, you can't do public education with kids, that includes kids, especially kids with autism, remotely. That's not how that works. So yeah, there are definitely certain jobs that do not work remotely. Definitely. I don't even know how my wife got Disney to work with her for remote. She works for a call center, she doesn't work at the parks. She works for the call centers, so she takes, let's say you guys want to plan your trip to Disney, you would call her. She doesn't take the customer complaints. You know, those people that complain because they go to a Disney park and it rains. I will gladly accept those bricks. Speed along the monuments there. Yeah. Especially, do you guys think it's worse in America? Or is it worse overseas? Because overseas, everything is social. You go to Europe, everything is social. People don't want to stay in their homes. In Europe in particular, and I speak Europe because I've been there, but, okay. Okay. I can see that. I think for me, I suffered during COVID because I don't want to say I'm a social butterfly, but I'm certainly an extrovert when it comes to this. I can talk when I go to baseball games here. even at work or go to events. Yeah, when I go to, I'll get that 1 second, Cooley. But when I go to like sporting events or even just citywide events here in Tampa Bay, I'm like, hey, what's going on? What do you do? What's your name? Blah blah blah. I'm here. My name's this. My name's that. What do you do for a living? And I strike up a conversation with anyone and everyone. And it's one reason why I wanted to do this stream through. There are several reasons why I wanted to do this, but one of the reasons why is because I'm at home all the time and I don't get the grown-up interaction that I need. It's just kids, and I'm like, I love talking to my kids, but I want that grown-up interaction too. So, oh, we've got some degrading here. Not good. Local religious facilities. Oh, yes, I see what's going on here. No, I'm not sure what's going on. You have a temple right here. And you're fully staffed. Let's go check overlays and religion here. Priest is right there, bro. What do you mean you're not getting... Oh, shoot, I forgot Is this why? Let's try that. I didn't even notice that. No, that's not it. Oh, no, here it is. I see it. Okay. There we go. So... Yeah, oh, it helped you? Okay. That's why I did things like D&D and stuff. Is to catch up on, grown-ups, grown-up interaction and stuff, because you go nuts. And like I said, I work with kids literally 24 hours a day. As soon as I get up, I got my own kids, and I go to work, I work with kids who have autism, and then I come home, and it's my own kids again until they go to bed. So the only time I really get alone is when they actually go to bed before I do. And then you're like, well, I gotta get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So do I want to stay up late? So I get some me time watching whatever show you want. Maybe, unwind with a beer or some tea. Usually my evening drinks of choice, tea or beer. Either or. And then go to bed. And at the weekends, you're too busy, like, catching up with housework, or it's crazy. And then you feel overwhelmed. You started studying the Exodus? Love it. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. 2%, that's not bad. Do I have any outstanding requests? See, it's got up to 27 now. That's good. Can hold 633, I can't count. Hey, it's not a bad book to study, man, the Exodus. You gotta be kidding me. What on earth? How much desirability do you need, man? Ah, there we go. Deliver. I'm like, how much bloody? There we go. Finally. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not bad. I don't know, with the Exodus, I didn't really start studying the Exodus. I mean, I did, of course, you know, during my grad degree, when I was getting my graduate degree. I was actually an early date Exodus until I met when I went to an RC conference. I went to an RC conference in 2016 in Atlanta, right? Because I was going to study, my goal was to get a PhD in Egyptology. That was my goal. So I started attending conferences, and I'm starting to meet people from different universities because I wanted to choose the university that was right for me. I nestled up with some people from the University of Memphis. I got to meet Dr. Robinson. I got to meet Dr. Susan Onstein. And I got to meet Dr. Peter Brandt, who is head of the Egyptology department at Memphis. And Onstein's the assistant professor, and Brandt's the actual. So that was the route I was going to choose, was to become an Egyptologist. So I'm nestling up, meeting these people from Brown University. Brown was another one, but I thought Brown was way out of my pay grade. But I did meet some cool people who went to Brown, and that's how I met Falk, was at RC in Atlanta. It was lunchtime in the hotel. It was lunch, and I'm just sitting there by myself eating, lonely me eating. And Falk comes up and goes, "Do you mind if I join you?" I said, "Might as well." I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." He sits down, we just strike up a conversation. That's how we met, and we talked to each other the whole time at the conference throughout that. The following year, but yeah, we also exchanged email addresses, so I was able to contact him through email at the time. And let me just give a quick glance here, figure out what's going on. Okay, we're good. So, the following year, RC, I didn't make it. It was in Kansas City. Didn't make it, but I told him I didn't make it, but we're still communicating and stuff. But the next year I went to Tucson, was able to go to RC in Tucson, met him up there, and I got to meet Hoffmeyer there. That was surreal. And I got to meet Zahi Hawass, which was even more surreal. And by this time I was rejected for the master's degree at Memphis, but I was like, you know what? That's when I went for my MA in Biblical Studies at Liberty. And after my Biblical Studies degree at Liberty, maybe I can do Egyptology, is my thinking. So I applied again. I told them after Arizona, I said that I would apply again to Memphis, but for the PhD program. So I apply again, get rejected. So, and by this time I had just finished up with my master's degree. I'd already got the biblical languages, Greek and Hebrew, under my belt. So the next RC conference was in DC. So I go to DC, meet Falk again, Hoffmeyer, the whole thing. Actually, I had dinner with Hoffmeyer at this point. Now I don't know his personal, email and stuff, so don't even. But so I'm there, and then they had grad night after, which is a night you go out to the local bar scenery, I guess. And I hang out with these people, them from Memphis, and I meet up with Onstein and Robertson, and they both were like, "Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now?" And I said, "I really don't know. I'm gonna have to take some time to contemplate what's going on." And I finally said, that's what I told Robertson. I'm sorry, Susan Onstein. I had to jostle her memory a bit. She was like, "Oh, I know who you are now." I'm like, "Yeah, I got the rejection letter and blah, blah, blah." So I'm totally talking to these people who rejected me, and it not ticked off at all. But that's the long story of how I met Falk, was in Atlanta. Been talking to him ever since. Known the guys for about 8 years now, I think. So... where's my personal pal? Oh, it burnt down. Nice. My personal pal is burnt down. That's amazing. Don't worry, we'll just erect a new one. And then we'll put some architect's posts. Put that down, and we'll put a police house, a police station there. So, we should be nearing the end of this, I think. Well, no. Not really. It's going to take a while, judging by the monument size. Got enough beer here. Could export it, I guess. Can we export beer? Yes. We're going to export surpluses. So... yeah, I'm not a software programmer. I couldn't tell you anything about software. Much less hardware. I at least know the difference. At least know the difference. Yeah, what kind of program? I could probably speed this up, because there's really nothing... Got enough food to sink a small ship, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, I'm gonna speed the time up here, guys. Just waiting for my kingdom rating, I think. And monument rating. Yay! 52! Nice. So we need 8 more for kingdom rating and the monuments, and we're done here. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I'm still gonna go, probably, even though I probably won't become an Egyptologist. Doesn't look like that. I mean, I'll still go visit the conferences, see the people again, the friends that I've met, you know? But yeah, definitely not gonna become an Egyptologist now. Sad Panda Bear. And they don't have any online degrees. I mean, you got the University of Manchester over in the UK, which allows online degrees, but I think it's only a master's degree for Egyptology. And I know a couple of people have chosen that route. Liverpool has an Egyptology program, which is, you know, Falk's alma mater. But again, that's not, sorry, I realized I was out of center there. But that's not online either. I think you have to be there for that. So. Another fire in the city. Are you serious? How many of these little fire... The physician, okay. Okay. Go ahead and put another one there. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I see why. I forgot, I put 2 architects posts. That was my shipwright too. Pause. I'm gonna pause, because that was my shipwright. Lame. Oh, that was a dock. I'm sorry, that was a dock. And there was a storage yard, I think, there too, that housed my wood. Yes, it was wood. Boom, there we go. Okay, continue. Oh shoot, I didn't know they did too. Pause. Yeah, I'm also a member of SBL, but I actually haven't been to the conferences yet. They got a conference coming up in November in San Antonio, but I was actually unable to, for financial reasons, I was unable to actually attend the conference. So I won't be there in November, sadly. Those are my fishing No, those were ships. Weren't they? Oh, that freaking sucks. Yeah. And then I put a, I lost a fishing wharf. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, now I gotta import wood again. Anyway, yeah, I'm an SBL member, and I couldn't even attend my first conference there in San Antonio. I didn't even get to go to Denver last year, which is where it was held. So, and, you know, ETS is, I think ETS is right there alongside SBL as far as the conferences are concerned. You can get tickets to both and get to go attend both conferences, or just do one or the other. I was pretty bummed that I couldn't go. Alright, let's see, can I extend a gift? Yes, I can. Nice. Do a lavish one again. Boost it up to 61. Excellent. I think that puts me over. Yes, by 1. I just need my monument rating. Looks like my food supplies are restocking. Perfect flood, of course.
Firefighting is hard work, and I'd love to cool off with a good show. There's not enough of that here.
Absolutely love that about this game. They kept that. There's my foreign army. Should be ships. Should be ships. I guess I can import some. We're gonna start importing copper, I guess, because I need to make some weapons. We'll do import for 400. Did I extend? I did. Okay, good. And we'll put in some weaponsmiths. And we'll put in architect's post and a firehouse as well. There we go. And we should be able to put in an academy, like a military academy here. Recruiter, it's recruiter. I don't know where to put one. I guess we can put one here and then extend the walker thing to here. I thought we could put an academy. I guess we can't. Okay, well, we'll accept none except copper. Okay. And can I put a storage yard right there? Yes, I can. Excellent. Accept none, and we will accept weapons. Excellent. So we'll see what that does. What? Did I get the Wrath of Osiris? Oh, wow, that was a fast 20 months. There we go. May hurt exports there. I'm kind of curious. Gonna halt on the beer purchases here so I can fulfill this request. Kind of curious about it though. Yeah, which actually coincides to Deuteronomy 7:7, the mixed multitude, and how small the people coming out of the Exodus were. that's not what I wanted. There we go. So we're up to 40 of the wages. Jeez. Yeah. It's got to. There's no way it was millions. No way. Kitchen alludes to that in his book on seriously? Who the heck is buying beer? Who is buying beer? What happened to my fields? That's messed up, game. What happened there? That is messed up. Yeah. I couldn't believe I found myself agreeing with Roll on if the water were as tall as mountains, you know, if the water was like how high does the wall have to be? And like what if that's a metaphor for protection and stuff? And I'm like, am I believing myself? I'm agreeing with Roll here. And when he says that I would, if I were Pharaoh, I wouldn't send my army down in there with the water so high. I kept thinking, oh my gosh, am I actual? Yes, I know. I'm thinking, am I actually agreeing with him? It was unbelievable. Here we go, enemy, and it's ships. See, again, the naval warfare is even just an animation in the game, and I can't stand it. Victory! One of these mastabas is done, I know. Yeah, I was gonna say, this one's nearly done. 1 out of 3. So we'll do another festival here to please him. And we might do another... Can I do... You know what, we'll just put this somewhere. Another mastaba's finished. See, I haven't done enough research into that Petra being Kadesh Barnea thing. I've heard of that, but I just haven't done enough research to acknowledge it, if you know what I mean. So, okay, pause. Okay, so we are actually just waiting on the monuments. Uh, 59, yeah, it went below because dumb people. I can't fulfill that request. We're getting there. Perfect flood. Can do another festival. But, yeah. I guess, does it, I don't know how to ask this, that's why, because the itinerary seems to follow the Sinai Peninsula. You know, you leave mainland, you leave Egypt proper into Sinai. Well, actually, Sinai was still Egypt, but you get my point. And you're supposed to follow it south, and then allegedly one of the candidates for Sinai is on the southern end there of the peninsula. And then after that, you know, we don't know where it goes. but that would be Kadesh Barnea, I think, would be after Sinai. So, I mean, being at Petra, it's definitely plausible. I'm now in debt. Why am I in debt? Do I have 16? Okay. So I'm gonna stop copper trading. Do I need wood? Do I need wood? Yes. Okay, good. I'm in the positive. That was a close one. I thought it was... Okay, how much is unemployment? I'm like so close to the end. 3. I'm not worried. 3% unemployment. 75. So we're gonna be... And I need my kingdom rating up. 187. We are 61. I'm now out of money. Okay, I've got you. Okay. My prosperity dipped. I didn't get that. I think it's because of the copper. Can I export weapons? Nope, it can only import. Okay, so... Yeah. I don't necessarily like the moving the dates 300 years. I do disagree with moving the date 300 years. I don't think that's necessary at all. I agree with Hofmeier and the rest of Egyptologists, and at least mainstream Egyptology and Assyriology. I don't think it's necessary. But he's not he's not completely 100% wrong. There are some things that I would agree with, like he said in that Patterns of Evidence video I reacted to. Yeah, absolutely. How high does the wall have to be? And if I were Pharaoh, I wouldn't send my... yeah. If I were commander of my chariotry, I wouldn't send my chariots into there. Nobody, no way. You're crazy if... No, but I think you're right. No one has it... Oh, palace has been robbed. No one's gonna have it airtight. But we've gotten better with chronology. I don't know why I'm losing money. I really don't. Literally nothing has changed. Is it because I'm importing bricks, maybe? I'm not even importing fish. Whatever. Huh. Where's the beer going? Because I don't... Don't buy beer. Don't buy beer. Where's the beer going? Am I... Oh, I forgot. I'm exporting it, aren't I? Yeah, do not trade. That's why. I'm exporting beer. Okay, go on. That was weird. Waiting for that monument, man. I'll look at that later. It's not letting me, on OBS, it's not letting me look at that. Unfortunately. I don't know why I'm losing money. It's got to be the bricks. Victory!
Pharaoh
Success!
smiles at your accomplishments. You have made the most of what the river and sea have to offer, defending our borders with a small but capable fleet of ships. You have also honored the nobility by providing them with tombs to house their bodies.
Woot! Success! It's the little things in life when you're a dad. Alright. So the next one they give you a choice too. Is it going to be Abu or Salima Oasis? Salima Oasis is the military, and Abu is the is like Abjadu, Abydos here, where you have to create monuments. You have to build, or it's trade actually. Uh, 4,000 Kingdom. Oh no, there is no monument in this one. But you do need to start trading a lot, and you have a culture rating of 30, which is crazy. Trade and make sure you have a bunch of jugglers, musicians, and dancers. Yeah, it just made better sense. I thought what Roll was saying was it made sense. Made sense. So is that the other lady in there. I forget her name. She now probably has her PhD since that video came out. But she asked that great. She looked at Tim like, Tim, this doesn't. Or Tim, the producer in the show was like, this doesn't really match up with the Bible here, because the wind set down theory and everything. It doesn't really match up to what we read in the Bible. And she looks at him and laughs a little bit and goes, well, how high do they have to be? Walls don't have to be necessarily high. Yeah, oh, in 19, yeah. Wait, the cherry didn't come about until the 16th century, the 15th, I'm sorry, the 16th or 17th century BCE. So I don't know about the 1900 BCE for that one. So, oh, oh, do I have? I'm mixing up my chats here. Yes, I think that. Approaching things like that. Most recently. Yeah. The walls don't necessarily need to be 100 feet high. I was also, the guy's translation of the Hebrew was also incorrect. That baffled me because I double checked his translation and I was like, he gets it wrong, basically. I mean, he's just dead wrong on his translation. He looked nervous though in the clip. It looked like Tim was trying to force something on him. I don't know if you guys watched the reaction or if you've watched Patterns of Evidence as a whole as well. I watched all of them about a year ago. And now anytime they produce something new, I just like, ooh, can I comment on it? So. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream because I got to put my kids to bed. One of my sons is texting me, you going to come and pray? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. So I think I'm going to end the stream now. I think we'll do Salima Oasis next time because it's a more military aspect. But I got to end it here, put my kids to bed. Yeah, Exodus 14:21, exactly. It's been great chatting with you guys. Actually, I really enjoyed it. Learned some stuff on some algorithms and I'd like to learn some more on some software. I'm kind of lacking in that area, obviously, because I had no idea what you guys were talking about with the software. So, all right, I will go ahead and end the stream. You guys have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend if you have one. And I will talk to you guys next week, hopefully.